YouTube? It's your boy Trinity Wolf, and welcome back to another amazing Yu-Gi-Oh video. Now, this is the video, of course, where I will explain to you how I like to use EN Shuffle. This is basically the deck that I used for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode 17, and it's pretty much the same from the deck profile, just a little bit updated because I was, trying to get ready for locals, considering that the format changed. Not really, but the ban list is live with, Mystic Mind gone, along with more floodgates coming off the ban list. But so basically the only difference is I have some spell and trap removal in the deck. But other than that, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button. We are almost reached our goal for 1,000 subscribers before Christmas. Just a few weeks left, but we are very close. So I want to thank you guys for the support. Smash that like button for me, and without further ado, let's get into EN Shuffle. Now, EN Shuffle. We all know this card is very good. Of course, there's some love and hate. Some people think it's a brick, but I don't know, man. This card is amazing. So I like to get full value out of my cards. So most people are using this to either just get rid of your Stratos for Mist and get Mash Change, or swapping it for Stratos, either or. And it can also turn that Liquid Soldier into a Stratos as well, in case that was the only hero you opened up with. But I like to get full value, so I run a small Neos package in the deck, in case you guys haven't seen up with that. We run the Spirit Neos with the regular Neos, so that way if we needed to shuffle Neos back into the deck, we can draw a card and get full value out of EN Shuffle. Also, getting Spirit Neos out to get Shining Neos on your opponent. It's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and try to do that. So we will have an EN Shuffle. Oh, I had a hand here. Had a hand and I lost it. So we had a Hero Lives as well. Okay, well that's not too bad. Instant Contact, Ferris, and a Droplet. So what I like to do with Hero Lives, considering Tier Elements is a very strong deck in our format, they need the graveyard, right? So most likely I would Hero Lives for Mash Change. So the Tier Elements to get the Mash Change. And good enough that we have the EN Shuffle with our Instant Contact already. So, but we need to be able to combo off with Ferris, because we could choose to normal summon Ferris. But let's just go ahead and start things off here. So we'll go ahead and do our Hero Lives. We do want a Mash Change because your guys at your locals, you know what I'm saying? You know them. You're like, man, this guy plays tiers. I'm glad I won this dice roll. So go ahead and get the Mist, adding Mash Change. Of course, they probably have some kind of response, but we're not talking about that right now, are we? We're playing on our turn right now. So we add our Mash Change. So we got our Mash Change into our hand. Now we will EN Shuffle our Mist away, believe it or not, right now for our Spirit of Neos. Yet we could clearly get Stratos to get some more advantage, but we will use Spirit of Neos to go ahead and grab our best trap card, Favorite Contact, since we already have that Instant Contact in our hand. Now triggering Spirit Neos effect to shuffle himself back to get regular Neos. Now this is where the fun begins. We can Instant Contact, pay 1,000, so we're at 3,000. We are playing things a little dangerous here, but that's just kind of how our deck is. Into our Flame Wingman. Now that our Flame Wingman is out, let's just go ahead and get him off the board. Normal summon Ferris, since we didn't have another hero in our hand, so we'll just normal summon our Ferris. Using Ferris effect, we will go ahead and keep doing our Vision Hero plays. You guys already know this stuff right here. Go ahead and use him, get the Vion, dump the Malicious. We'll banish the Ferris for Polymerization. Of course, yes, we will do all these things. Get our Polymerization. Go ahead and grab that sucker. And now we will go ahead and link them off. Oh my goodness, for a cross. targeting the Mally. Special summon, triggering it again, tributing it for... We could go for, you know, let's just go ahead and do our Liquid Soldier plays here. We want to use our Malicious to get, obviously, Dark Law on our field, but we don't have a Prod of Prosperity, so we'll go ahead and use our Liquid Soldier, fusing away our Neos with our Liquid Soldier, because we mostly just need him in the graveyard. Let's put our Sunrise into attack position, triggering him and Liquid Soldier's effects. We will now grab our Miracle Fusion, and of course I will shuffle the deck pretty well for our draw 2. Then we'll have opponent cut. Here's our draw 2. And what do we get with our draw 2? Another Shadow Mist. Oh, and a Pot of Prosperity, which we will unfortunately not be able to use. So let's actually just go ahead and dump that Pot of Prosperity into the graveyard. Now with that, if you really wanted to blow away their board, you could kind of get greedy. Use the Miracle to make absolute 0, in case you wanted to use the Mass Change to blow up their whole board, but most likely we're gonna need it to basically just make Dark Law. So with that being said, we want to use our Miracle Fusion next turn so we can draw another 2 cards. So let's use our Malicious in graveyard to go get us another copy of Malicious. Or you could save the Malicious, honestly, just so you can Mass Change it away. You can Mass Change the Cross away for, you know, with the Mass Change, but we also have Droplet, so if we really needed to negate monsters on board, we have the Droplet as well. So now we will go ahead and set our Droplet, set our favorite contact, and then set our Mass Change. So now with that, I'd say it's pretty solid. Their turn starts, we know they're gonna activate a card to start milling. So let's go ahead and Mass Change our Cross, since he is in attack position. Let's just go ahead and kind of get him out of the way for our Dark Law. I want to keep high attack on board just because of the fact that we are very, very low on attack. I mean, we're very low on life points. We have 3,000, so we have our Dark Law here. They're milling everything into the grave. They can't really play, and now they have decided to set some cards and pass. But during their end phase, we're going to go ahead and activate our favorite contact, shuffling our Neos with our Flame Wingmen back into our decks, getting us our Shining Neos. Most likely, we'll probably only be able to pop 2 cards on the field, but we get to destroy 2 cards on their field, you guys. So basically, I would just go for the back row because they're most likely going to have some kind of back row. So we can go ahead and pop the back row, and then we would proceed with our turn. So we would draw for... Oh, we didn't shuffle. Sorry. We wouldn't have drawn the Neos. But yeah, you guys, that's basically how I like to use Ian Shuffle for this Neos variant. So we'll draw our card. Great. It's a Call by the Grave. And basically, you know, you can just Miracle Contact to be greedy, but you can just swing for game. So that's one of the combos I'd like to show you guys. So let me show you just one more just to basically get like Dark Law and all that stuff. So let's do one more. Alright, but yeah, so I like Ian Shuffle just because of the fact that like if Neos somehow already got in the grave, like if we had to discard it with Ferris or something, we could use the Ian Shuffle to shuffle it back so we can go ahead and use our Spirit Neos plays again. Also, Spirit Neos also acts like a hand trap too. You know, you're playing against Sky Strikers and they declare a direct attack, you just trigger the Spirit Neos. So you can summon, I mean, they're still gonna hit you directly, but the fact that you can get some value along with them while they make their attack, you can kind of keep up with their grind game there. So this one will be a complete random hand, but of course, we got to keep the end shuffle in our hand, of course. So let's go ahead and already pre-grab that. So as you guys can see, I am shuffling. Most of the time, I only do pre-built hands if they were absolutely insane. So I can show you very powerful hand. So let's go ahead and pick our hand here. So Ferris, Okay, Spirit Neos is already there. And a Fusion Destiny with a Hero Lives. And you guys saw me shuffle. There was no cutaway. So that's insane. Unfortunately enough, we have our Spirit Neos already in our hand, which kind of sucks. But what I try to do here is kind of save it just a little bit. So let's go ahead and already Hero Lives here. Let's say I don't want to get rid of my Spirit Neo. So let's go ahead and go Stratos. Let's use Stratos to search for, I don't know. We don't want to do Shadow Mist because we want to be able to discard. We do have Fusion Destiny in our hand, so we want to save that. Let's actually grab our Dark Angel because we know our opponent's playing a spell heavy deck or whatnot. But you know what? Why not? Let's actually go for Plasma because Plasma does kind of crap on a lot of decks right now too, like Flunderies, and Plasma's great. So we'll go ahead and grab Plasma. Let's end shuffle our Stratos away for our Mist. Now allowing us to grab our Mass Change. So see the value of this end shuffle? And some people call it a bad card, but I mean, look at that. We got a search to combo off with our Ferris, and we get a Mass Change at the same time. That is ridiculous. And that wasn't even a normal summon yet. So believe it or not, I would actually Fusion Destiny here. And I'll show you the reason why. Because we only did 2 summons. We want to know the plays that we're going to make are actually going to, benefit doing. Again, we want to know what our opponent is playing, right? So let's go ahead and do Malicious, Dark Angel, and Denier. Also, if you wanted to make Phoenix, now you have more targets. You can put a Malicious Engrave along with Neos for your end shuffle to shuffle it back and draw a card. Or you can even use the Spirit Neos in hand just to, get it out of your hand if you don't want to use it. But yeah, you can use Neos to make Phoenix as well, just so you guys know. So we would make those into our Dominance. And of course, we will use Dominance effect to rearrange our opponent's top 5. We know what they're playing, give them a brick. And we find out they are playing a deck where Plasma will be very effective alongside with Dark Law and Phoenix, which, most decks can't really handle. So if you know it's a deck like Flunderies, don't make Dark Law. Don't. You can just save that Mass Change for, in case you really had to dodge some kind of effect, or just, keep it in your hand, or just, find some way to not use Dark Law because you will just help them out. And just save it for that absolute 0 next turn or something. But of course, now we'll look at our top 5. Rearrange their deck in any order. So now we know what they're playing. We know what they're gonna get next turn, and now we will proceed with our combo. Now we will trigger our Ferris. Sadly, getting rid of our Spirit Neos, unfortunately, and he doesn't count as Neos because that would be great if we could end shuffle him back into the deck. But we would be able to do that if we had a Spacian, but we do not. So we will discard him for our Ferris, and I'll just do this quick because you guys already know the Vision Hero package combo. We'll do that, getting Increase, then with Increase we'll dump Vion, and then we'll use Vion to actually, because we already have everything we need in the grave, we will actually send our Neos to the graveyard, triggering Vion's effect. Let's go ahead and banish our Ferris. We'll go ahead and banish our Ferris to get our Polymerization. And now we're just going to be thinning out our deck as much as possible so we can get a good lucky draw off that end shuffle here. So now we'll go ahead and add our Poly. So we could make Plasma right here, guys. We definitely could. So let's go ahead and Plasma here. And there's also another way to Plasma. So you could choose the Plasma here, use Denier and Malicious to make cross, and then do all that stuff. But here's another way we can make the Plasma now. So we can let's put all these guys back. Let's go ahead and use our Malicious effect. Because I like to be able to special summon Denier off the cross to get his effect off, and then special summon him by himself just to get the whole value. So we'll leave Malicious there, linking off our Vion and Increase for cross. using the cross effect on Denier to bring him back. And if you knew they were a spell heavy deck, you can go ahead and put the Dark Angel on top of the deck. You know, if you didn't want to make the Plasma, if you knew spell shutdown was going to help, you could just use the Denier instead of the Malicious. You can just put the Dark Angel back on top, triggering his effect to tribute the Denier, grab the Dark Angel, then use Denier's effect to summon itself, then fuse these two off for Phoenix. So that's another way in case you know this would be more effective than the Plasma. But in this situation that we're making up, Plasma will be more effective. So in this case, we will actually go ahead and use Denier's effect to put Malicious on top of the deck. Then of course we'll trigger Denier's effect, tributing the Malicious to search for another hero monster. And who better to add than our Honest Neos? Go ahead and grab him. Now what we can do is tribute our 3 here. Yeah, well actually, I keep trying to do that, but I want to show the better way of doing it. So now we'll use Denier's effect to special itself. Fuse Polymerization with Denier and Malicious into our Phoenix Enforcer, because I'd like to be able to search off Shadow Mist, so let's try to leave her on the field. Now we will trigger Phoenix's effect. Let's destroy our Dominance with our Phoenix. Now we will Chainlink 1, Phoenix, Chainlink 2, Dominance, targeting our Phoenix, Malicious, and Denier. And then the chain will resolve, special summoning the 3. And then, you know, Phoenix will resolve next turn to get a Destiny Hero back. So we could possibly just get our Dominance back. So now we will link these, we'll attribute them for our Plasma. Set our Mass Change for turn. Now let's not forget about our End Shuffle. Use End Shuffle's effect, banish it, just shuffle the Neos back, and then draw a card. So let's go ahead and shuffle that Neos back into the deck. You guys enjoying this video so far? I hope you are, because I just want to show you how great I love End Shuffle. So let's go ahead and cut the deck and draw a card. Well, you know, it's a Fusion Destiny that we basically can't use anymore, but who cares? It's getting, it was a good value, I'd say. But anyway, yeah, that's insane, you guys. So their turn would start. We could use Phoenix's effect to get our Denier back if we wanted, but then we'd basically draw into Malicious, so we don't want to do that. So let's just actually just go ahead and get our Dominance just to have more bodies on board to OTK. Then we can Mass Change our Shadow Mist away for our Dark Law, triggering Shadow Mist's effect to go ahead and search for another hero monster. And in this case, let's actually just go ahead and grab Liquid Soldier, since we haven't done any of those combos with him. And we already have our Honest Neos in hand to attack. So, but yeah, guys, I love End Shuffle. This card is very good, and hopefully this teaches you guys a little bit of something. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and, you know, play some more video games before the work week starts again. Like I said in Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode with the Dark World deck, as you can see, I got the playmat here, so that was fun, but it was not the way I wanted it to go. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and play some games, get out here for the work restarts. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please destroy that thumbs up button. If you are still here and you are new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button. We are very, very close to reaching our goal before Christmas. And hope you guys learned from this. I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of here, and I will see you in the next one.